Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Anika coming to you with another video. In this video, I'm planning in my faith planner, so stay tuned. But first, if you'd like to be a part of my creative team, click that red subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you will not miss any of my uploads. Comment below because I love to hear from you. And if you are inspired by this video, give me a thumbs up. Let's get to planning. So friends, we are planning for the week of April 13th through the 19th in my faith planner. So the word of the month, well, it's not really a word of the month, but it's a statement that I wanted to do. And it's having a little bit of mustard seed faith in the midst of the storm. Whew. That says a lot, because during this pandemic that we are living in at this moment is really testing our faith in every area of our lives. And so I had to take a deep breath, because when I look at everything, I'm just like, God, what is going on in this world? I read that in New York, in 24 hours, 731 people passed away. That is unreal. That is unheard of. I was just so distraught when I heard that, and I just had to take moments and just listen to some gospel music and just, saying, God, whatever I see, I still have to trust in you. And so I'm going to read the foundational scriptures, always the first scriptures that I actually put for April 1st, which is Matthew 17:19 through 20. But I'm also going to read 21 as well. So Jesus said to them, because your unbelief, I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you would say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. However, this kind does not go without except by prayer and fasting. I'll give you something that happened to me personally. I only can say that made my faith stronger. After my husband and I got married in 2000, we had our first born child in 2002. And so the beginning of 2001, we started, we purchased our house, and we said it's time for us to start a family, because we were a little bit older. I got married when I was 27, going on 28, and no, was I 27? I was 27, I think it was. And so we wanted to start the process of having a child. So we started maybe around November, December. And so I went to the doctor. And honestly, I really thought that I couldn't get pregnant. So we just wanted to make sure everything was good. And so she wanted us to do the fertility stuff or whatever. And so what happened, I went to a church in Atlanta, Georgia, and in that sermon they were talking about Hannah, and how Hannah prayed to God about having a child. And I was like, oh my gosh, babe, this is for us. And so we were up there for one of my best friend's son's dedication. And so that was just a perfect time for me to hear that minister speak. And so I came back home Still didn't think none of it, but you know, so to make a long story short, we ended up never going to the fertility doctor. I found out, I think it was February or whatever, that I was pregnant. And then things began to happen. And so we had our first child. Well, and that grew my faith, but it took from 2002, 4 years later, for me to have my second child. I really thought something was wrong, okay? And so I had to remember what I believed in 2002 when I wanted a child. So I just began to study my body and research things and all of that. And so it happened. And I don't want to get into more detail of what happened and how it happened, but I had to believe. I had to have that little bit of faith that I had in 2002 that I was going to have another child. Um, Even though it took a little bit longer. It took 4 years. I was trying when my daughter was 2, but it took me 4 years to have my son. And so I thought I was going to be it, but um, maybe a year and a half later, I was pregnant with my third child. And I always wanted to have 4 kids, but because I had open heart surgery, um, I had an atrial septal defect when I was 26. I had to have open heart surgery, and all of that just reminded me I had to believe that regardless of what I've been through, that God was there, and He was through every step of the way. So I always wanted to have 4 kids, but I was a little bit older when I had my daughter Madison. I think I was 36 or whatever, and the doctor suggested that I did not have another child only because I had not complications with my daughter, but I had a lot of issues with her, like just things that happened. But I still had to believe, and I said, you know what? I have to really know that the doctor was telling me the right thing. And so I ended up only having 3 kids, and I'm still super proud of that. And I was just like, you know what? That little bit of faith that I had in 2001 stood by me in 2006 and 2008 when I had my last child. And I'm so grateful for everything that along the way that I had to deal with. It wasn't easy steps, but I had that faith in God to get me through. And when he was talking about nothing goes without prayer and fasting in 2002, I'm going to tell you, I went on a 2-week fast with just drinking. I do not advise anybody. I was 20 something years old when I did that. And I did it because I wanted that mountain to be moved. I wanted a child. So I had to do what I believed in back then. And I did. And it paid off. So whatever you're dealing with in your life, just have that little bit of faith to move mountains. I can't say the outcome of, because everything that I believed in, I necessarily did not. It may not happen the way that I want it to, or it may not happen at all. But I still had to trust God in the process of everything. During this pandemic, what I believe is that we have to do what is necessary for us. Washing our hands, covering our face if they tell us to. Just do whatever they're telling us to do and believe and trust in Him. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me. I truly appreciate you, and have a good week. See you next time. Bye.